Now coming to IoT. Now IoT means Internet of Things. Okay, basically you connect, just like how you what you see in the picture, you connect everything together on a single cloud or on a single point. So why we connect everything on a single point? Why should I connect? You can see here washing machine, you can see here my oven, your light, your car, your home, your mobile phone, your camera. So you can see on the picture everything got connected to a cloud. So the objective of Internet of Things is, excuse me. Okay, fine. So I'll finish this faster. Yeah. So the objective of connecting things on a common point is communication. Okay. So we want to communicate with each and every device. And okay, this is just the definition. Leave that part. I'll leave this history part too. I'll just straight away go into what we want to achieve with IoT. Okay, so I'll come to this part straight away. So you understand what IoT is, right? IoT is all about connecting things to a common point. Even if it is your chair, even if it is your specs, your watch, your mobile phone, your home. So whatever you can call as things, we connect everything to a common point. Why should we do that? Why should it, especially internet? We connect everything to internet. Why should we connect things to internet? I'll just give you a simple example I used to give to everyone. Basically, let's say that I have a speaker, I have a mic with me. Okay, what does a mic do? A mic basically gets everything from you and sends it to a speaker, right? You whatever you say, you hear it on the mic. That's what a mic does, and a speaker, shows. I mean, it says whatever you're saying. Now, let's say I say some bad words. I say some bad words on the mic. It will be heard on the mic, the speaker too, right? The speaker won't, or the mic won't block those words. If it is, let's say it's a bad word. Let's say I use some really bad word. Do you think the mic will block the word? It won't block the word. Its work is to get whatever you say and send it to speaker. Now let's say I want it to block the word. I want the mic to block the word. So how can I do that? So what I can do here is basically what I'll do is I'll put a chip on the mic. Okay, a chip in the sense something which can convert your speech to text. Whatever you say, it will be converted into text. Just like how you have your speech recognizers in your mobile phones. You say it's converted in text, right? Your voice recognizers. Similarly, I'll put in a chip, and I'll have a database. I will maintain database full of bad words. All the billion bad words in the world, I'll be maintaining a database, and I will connect this mic to this database through internet. Now what this mic can do now is, after you speak something, it'll convert the speech into text. It'll go check the database if this particular bad word, if this word is there in the bad word database. So it can now decide, okay, whether to send this word to the speaker or not. You get the point? Now because of the internet, the mic was able to access the database, and it is able to decide whether to send the word to the speaker. It can do that by using internet and database. Now what you can call now is, basically what's happening now is the mic has started to think. Before this, before giving it internet accessibility, before giving it the database access, the mic was not deciding. The mic was not thinking. It was just sending whatever I was speaking, right? But after giving it the ability to now access the database and take decision, it is like thinking now. It is taking its own decision. It is thinking whether to send the word to the speaker or not. So this is what we call intelligence, right? Decision making. We have given the ability to think and take decision. See, we have a database, we have internal connectivity. By combining both, we have given the mic the intelligence, artificial intelligence. We that's what we call now, right? Intelligence is all about taking decision and thinking. So we have given the mic the ability to think. Now before this, we were thinking about artificial intelligence only on robots. Really, when we speak about AI, always a robot comes into the picture. Isn't it? But IoT has changed this. It has changed it. It has given intelligence to each and everything we see. Even your chair can have intelligence. Even your specs can have intelligence. Your mouse, your shirt button can have intelligence. So everything can have intelligence with IoT. That's what IoT is all about. So how it is changing the world now? See, leave this part. I'll just leave this. Okay, see here. See this diagram. So basically, before IoT, when you speak about artificial intelligence, we were only thinking about this machines, robots. Now they used to have all this artificial intelligence. But after IoT came into prominence, everything around us had intelligence. Your clock, your fan, your mic, your washing machine, your oven. So everything has started to have intelligence with IoT. Now, so this is the transition. This is what has happened after IoT. IoT has been there now almost like 10 years. Okay, basically IoT came into picture around 2008. Within a span of 12 years, it has got more importance, more than anything. Basically IoT is called as the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, so what's happening here? Before this, things doesn't talk to us, but with IoT, things are able to talk to us. Your mobile phone is talking to you. Your what to say, your speaker is talking to you. Google Home, Echo Dot, they're speakers, like basically, so they're talking to you. Your vehicles are talking to you. So basically everything talks to us, and everything are talking to each other with the help of IoT. So basically the transition is from robots having intelligence to anything and everything having intelligence. Okay, this is the best example. Your mobile suggests you things. Your mobile knows where you are. Your mobile knows what you like, what you don't like, where you go, who you message, what you see. Even if your parents may not know what you see, but your mobile knows what you see and all that, even if you delete the history. So basically your mobile knows everything. And your auto and taxi, see the second point, auto and taxi doesn't, they come to you, you don't go to it. Previously, before IoT, before this Ola and everything, we used to go search for the auto, wait for some time. It's a pain. It was a pain. But with IoT, with everything connected to internet, your mobile is connected to internet, your auto is connected to internet. Now your autos come to you, your taxis come to you. Similarly, it applies to foods, medicine, groceries. Everything comes to you. You don't go to them anymore. And self-driving cars, we have seen it already. Now, self-driving cars is a very good example of both robotics and IoT. See, robotics, because it's basically a machine which does things automatically. It is a good example of IoT thing because it is connected to internet and it has machine learning stuff. It has GPS stuff. It takes you to different places automatically. Without IoT, you can't have self-driving cars. Without internet, self-driving cars, nothing. Now there is something happened with Tesla driving car. You must have known this already. Anyways, so what happened was, there was a man who was driving it. He had a heart attack. He fell down on the seat. Now this car, it identified, okay, my driver has some problem. He has to be taken to the hospital. So what this car did, it automatically searched for the nearby hospital, took him there. The man was saved. So basically, your car was supposed to just drive. It was not supposed to help you. But after IoT and all this intelligence and all that, your car is helping you. It has become your companion, more like a companion. And now check this thing: your smartwatch. What is the what is the job of a watch? A watch is just to show you time, right? But what are the watches doing now? They don't show you time now. They show you time, but they even tells you what messages you have. They even help you to monitor your BP, your pulse rates, your temperature. They even tells you who's calling you. So your watch is doing something it was not doing before. Similarly, what you see on the right side is Google Glass. Your glasses just show you things clearly, but it show you even videos now. All this because of IoT. And this thing on the left side, smart mirror. Your mirrors just to show you, isn't it? What is the work of a mirror? Your mirror just show you, in a proper way. But your mirrors are your schedulers now, timekeepers now. It shows you what schedules you have. It shows you the temperature. All the smart mirrors have those stuff now. And the last thing, this fridge. This is a very good example. the fridge of the work of a fridge is to keep things cool, right? That's what the work of a fridge was. But after IoT and all these things, your fridge tells you what you lack, what you don't have. See, you have only one packet of milk left. It's better you order now. Or your eggs are out of stock. You better order now. So these things are being told by fridges now, refrigerators now. So basically, what happens here is after IoT, one thing acts like many things. For example, your mirror, it doesn't act only as a mirror. It acts like a mirror as well as a weather reporter, as well as schedule keeper. So you see the transition now. What IoT has done in just the span of 10 days, I mean 10 years, IoT has basically changed everything we see around us. You can make anything as intelligent around you. Whatever you name as things, you can make anything as intelligent, and they can be made to do just like what you must have seen this Transformers movie. Okay, there is a cube actually, which actually converts everything into, brings everything into life. The cube actually falls from somewhere, and it basically every mission comes to life right after the cube touches it. Similar to that, IoT actually it's actually bringing everything we see around us into life. It's giving intelligence to them, and everything around us is like more like a fantasy now. So that is what is IoT doing with automation now. Automation before IoT was more like a very primitive one, but after IoT, all with intelligence and machine learning, everything, automation has gone to a very high level. Okay, so I think that's it for today. It's almost time. So coming to job opportunities, let me show you this. I just don't want to prolong. So this is it. This is the IoT value. IoT is value now. IoT's value by 2020 will be 14.4 trillion. This is very huge. This is very huge. You can see 2.5 trillion in employee productivity alone. Okay, and 3.7 trillion on customer experience alone. So you can see how much value IoT has. Okay, it is one of the greatest things we can see now. And these are some of the IoT job roles. It's creating more job roles. Most of the job roles are not there yet. IoT is creating job roles for the future. Maybe some of the jobs we have now will be lost and transformed into some IoT jobs. Even machine learning scientists comes under IoT thing. IoT can't work alone. It combines other technologies like machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain. So all these technologies work together. Okay. So these are the salaries of IoT engineer. It is even less. This was on 2019. Now it has gone up. So that's it about the session. I just rushed it fast. I hope you got it somehow. You must have got made things clear, I guess. Now, before leaving, let me tell you this. So for those who want to actually take up IoT courses with us, now this is your free coupon code. You'll be getting the first course of IoT path. It's a path basically. It has four. The path has four courses. 1 second. Okay. IoT means Internet of Things. Okay. Okay. I showed it in the first picture. So this is the first course. You'll be getting it for free if you use this code. And then, okay, this is for taking up the full path. I told you there are four courses in the path. We'll start with getting started with electronics, then getting started with embedded systems, then sensors and automation, and final IoT. All those four courses will be in a single path. You can avail it at 90% off using this path. You make note of it. For those who are attending it, make sure you make note of all these coupon codes and the path. And yeah, this is the other one. See, robotics, we don't have a course yet, but we are preparing it, and we have live robotics session in another 10 days. Most probably by month end, we'll be having a live robotic session. It's basically 2-day robotic live session. So if you want to join the robotic session, join this group, WhatsApp group. We'll be updating everything about it soon. So basically what we want to do is we want to train people or show people how to make real robots. We'll start with the basic robots. We'll start with basic robotic kits and all that. But we want to make some show you how real robots. I'll show you the robot we're making. Check. Excuse me. Yeah, I hope you can see the screen now. I'll just show you the robots we made recently. Okay, excuse me. So this is a robot we made recently for taking up goods. Okay, this robot can basically, take goods up to 50 kgs. This can be used in warehouses, wherever you need the, goods to be taken from one place to another place. We can use the robot. You can even use the robot to deliver medicines and all that. Even we are planning to use the robot in restaurants, in hotels, okay, in hospitals. We'll plan to use this robot in so many other places. So we are planning to have a course on this too. We'll be showing you how to make this robot. So if you want to know all this stuff, make sure you join this group. Okay, this one. Yeah, make sure you join this group, because you'll be getting continuous information on how we are proceeding after it. We want to train people, guide people on making real robots. So we are working on that. So be a part of it.